Hey there, it's Dr. Toby. I want to welcome you to the Rehab Mobile channel. And in today's video, I want to talk to you about how to know whether you should be wearing a back brace for your back pain. All right. If you're new to our channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because we make videos to help you stay healthy, pain-free, fit, and mobile so you can stay connected to all the content, testimonials, and educational things that we teach you to help you be just that, healthy, pain-free, fit, and mobile. So let's get right into our conversation for today. So I want to talk to you if you're somebody who has struggled or had challenges with back pain and you've been wondering, well, should I wear a back brace? Should I not? Maybe you've tried it before, it didn't help, it did, and you're just wondering if you should still be wearing it. You might be in a place where you've been wondering about this question, and I want to give you a clear answer to it. Now, a back brace is a really helpful device for people who have had pain, and especially for people who are in acute pain. Acute pain means that you are in an early phase of pain. For example, maybe you just had a surgery and you had some type of trauma to your back. A surgery would be considered a type of trauma to your back where they've had to cut in and do things that are going to cause some kind of discomfort. And so wearing a back brace is something that wraps right around your tummy area and your lower back area to help provide stability and to provide control so that things aren't moving where they shouldn't be moving. And so in those cases, wearing a back brace is going to be extremely beneficial. You have severe acute pain, really high levels of pain. Maybe you just got into a car accident, and a back brace is going to be very helpful to help stabilize your back while you move around. Maybe you've already been diagnosed with a fracture in your spine or something like that. That's a scenario where a back brace can be very imperative. And in those situations, it's really helpful and necessary to talk to your provider about the duration for which you should be wearing your back pain, things of that nature. Now, the scenarios where I've worked with thousands of patients literally in terms of their back pain and the back brace actually becomes counterproductive is in the scenarios that I'm about to describe to you. So maybe you're somebody who's had back pain for a very long time, and you just haven't been able to find anything that really fixes your back pain or really alleviates it. So a back brace can be helpful, but a lot of times it can also become a hindrance. And the scenarios in which it becomes a hindrance is when you're wearing a back brace and it becomes something that you're dependent on, almost like a crutch. And so the reason why this can be a challenge is because the muscles around your tummy can begin to get weak. And those muscles in your abdomen area are also partly responsible for stabilizing your back and actually doing what the back brace actually does. So a back brace is actually fashioned after some of the muscles we have in our actual tummy. And so if you know people who have maybe larger abdominal regions and things like that, that can put a lot of stress and strain on their back. And wearing a back brace isn't necessarily going to help, but can actually begin to exacerbate the matter and cause the back pain to be worse. The second scenario in which you don't really want to just rely on wearing a back brace is if you're somebody who is trying to lift heavy and you're like, well, I want to lift heavier or exercise more, so therefore I'm just going to wear a back brace. If you're someone who has back pain and you think that a back brace is going to substitute having stronger muscles and a stronger corset area, then you may not be taking the best approach. And so one of the things that I like to tell people is that a back brace is good to reduce pain in the immediate, but if you are somebody who is trying to fully resolve your back pain and fully get it addressed, and also somebody who wants to work out and be active, relying on the back brace or having that as your strategy for the long term is not going to be the ideal. So what should you do? I know this is a really tough predicament for somebody who wants to be physically active or who wants to lift more or who wants to be able to just feel more comfortable while they're sitting down in their chair. Well, there's so many things that you can do, and I won't go into all of them. We have a series of videos on our channel. One of the things that you want to do is talk to a PT first. You want to be able to get some guidance from a movement expert, somebody who can tell you exactly what's going on with your back and tell you when to apply your back brace. And all you have to do is hit the link in our description of this video and we'll be able to give you some free answers and guidance on how you should approach using a back brace. For example, some individuals who are lifters, this is really helpful for you guys, because if you're a lifter and you're watching this video, or somebody who wants to work out and exercise and you got to wear a back brace is not necessarily something that you should not wear, But if you're relying on it and you haven't addressed the core muscles that are responsible for stabilizing your back, then you're in the future going to most likely run into some challenges and really affect your back. Maybe you're somebody right now who already has some discomfort when you're lifting if you don't wear a back brace. The important thing is that there's something that you need to address in terms of muscle stability and strength to help improve or reduce that back pain. So just slapping the back brace on it isn't necessarily the best approach. But again, all you need to do is to start addressing some of those core muscles that are responsible for stabilizing your back so that they start to do what the back brace actually does. And if you need more guidance on that, again, hit the link in the description. The other scenario for a lot of people is maybe when they're sitting down for long periods of time and things of that nature. There are other ways to support your back, and a back brace can be very, very helpful. Maybe you are somebody who works at your desk a lot, and sitting for long periods of time really gets the back to be bothered, and a back brace can be helpful to help you get throughout the day of work, and that's really helpful. But again, in the long term, if you rely solely on the back brace, you're going to have to always not only be dependent on it, but also the truth of the matter is it can begin to cause you to develop weakness in those areas because the muscles that are supposed to be doing what the back brace does are not functioning. So hopefully this gives you some clarity on when to use a back brace. Ideally, if you are in an acute situation, you've had a trauma, car accident, surgery, or you just have really, really intense, severe pain, maybe you didn't have a trauma or a surgery, you have really intense pain, wearing a back brace is gonna be helpful. And your healthcare provider, physical therapist, physician should be able to give you guidance on that. But the biggest thing is that in that early phase or when you have severe pain, back brace is gonna be helpful. But really in no situation, you don't want to become reliant or dependent on the back brace. So there's a time and a place for everything. And the best way to really know about your situation and if you should be wearing it, if it's more helping or hindering, is to really just talk to a provider. And you can simply do that by reaching out to us, and we'll have a questionnaire that you can really quickly answer. And we'll give you some great information, and it's 100% free. We just want to help you to understand how to progress your health in the most effective way without coming, down the line in the future wondering like, wow, I wish I wasn't doing this for so long, or I wish I knew better sooner. So hopefully you found this video helpful. Again, subscribe to our channel, leave a comment, let us know if you found it helpful. You can also like this video and share it with somebody who you know it might benefit. And I'll see you in our next video. Take care.